How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Fandom View. My name is Mike.
And my name is Crystal.
And this is a spoiler review of Avengers Infinity War. And we are literally starting with spoilers. So please, if you have not watched the movie, do yourself a favor. Go watch the movie. Do not watch, first of all, do not watch this video. And I mean, I'm telling you, turn off this video right now. Go watch the movie. We're going to give you guys like 5 seconds because I'm literally, the next words out of my mouth are going to be spoilers. Thanos wins. All right, guys, take it easy, guys. All right, let's get right into it. That definitely was a spoiler.
Wow.
The beginning definitely just starts right off the bat with like chaos, mayhem, and 2 important deaths. You want to go ahead and start?
We start with the Black Order on already on the ship with Thor. They're like smashing people, deaths everywhere, as guardians, and we see Thanos talking to Thor and Loki. So he's trying to get the space stone. So he's asking for the
Tesseract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Thor is telling him pretty much that they don't have it, and he's losing his time pretty much. So we also see that Loki tried to
Loki tried to help also, right? Like,
yes.
like he tried to backstab Thanos and
yeah, to prevent Thanos from killing Thor.
So I mean, I don't really want to go through the whole movie. I know you. I told her, I was like, write your notes. I'll write my notes because there's a lot of information. There's so much that happened that we literally came home. She got a piece of paper. I got a piece of paper. We started writing down what our brain had, and I have a bunch of stuff too. So it was the beginning. It was where we do get 2 important kills where Thanos immediately, kills Heimdall and he kills Loki immediately off the bat. Those, I'm not expecting those deaths to come back.
No,
for sure. I think those deaths are official.
The only thing that they do is sends Hulk to Earth.
Yeah, he said so. He was before he died or Thanos killed him. He was able to send Hulk because Hulk was still with the group there. Hulk was still with them because of what happened in Thor Ragnarok. So Hulk was still there, but he was able to send Hulk back to Earth to kind of, I guess, get the message across that Thanos is coming. Right after that, like I said, we started off with spoilers. But what did you think of the movie? Let's just kind of talk about what we thought about the movie.
Well, the movie. I feel the movie was great. It's just sad to see a lot of good characters that we love to see in the movie and be gone just like this quick.
Well, exactly exactly like that.
No, why? And it was just like it was one after another one that you don't have too much time to put like some sentimentalism on it. I think it's just like, for me, it was a really great movie. It's like for most of the parts I was speechless, like what did just happen, like for real.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie as well. I'm with you. I mean, it was a risky movie, but I think you had to have done a risky movie to make something like this humongous, thing possible. Like they couldn't play it safe, and I'm glad that they didn't play it safe because you couldn't play something like this safe. You had to have that moment in between where the next movie might play it a little bit more safe. The next Avengers next year might play it a little bit more safe, but this one had to have some repercussions, had to have some destruction, had to have some deaths. This one had to have a lot of things that it just. I liked it. I really liked the movie. It's just really hard to explain. We got out of the theater about 20 minutes ago. It's really hard to explain my feelings. That's why I wrote them down, but it's interesting. It was an interesting movie, interesting things that they decided to do with the movie. I really enjoyed the movie. I really liked it. It was emotional. It was big, how it was supposed to be.
It was funny.
It had its funny moments, which I think some of the funny, but that's Marvel. Sometimes Marvel has funny moments when they shouldn't have funny moments, but they've been doing that for years, so it's not a problem. But it was a good movie. I really liked this movie a lot. I mean, the risk that they took, everything. like literally like the end of the movie was Thanos sitting on the cliff there, just kind of seeing the sunset and just kind of saying, okay, I did what I was supposed to do. What now? And literally, you go to credits. The whole theater was quiet. Literally, you could hear a pin drop. I wish I was exaggerating.
Oh yeah.
I wish it was exaggerating. Our theater was extremely silent. Her and I didn't even talk. We were just like that's how it ended. That was it. Like he won. Like, I guess you expect more. You do expect. Oh, okay, well, F you. We're gonna kick your ass and stuff like that. Like, no, like he won. And that's how they want to end the movie. They want to end it with him winning. And obviously we get that cool end credit scene, but we could talk about the end credit scene a little bit later. But yeah, the way that it ended, it was just like I just felt speechless.
Oh, I think, yeah, it was so sad because we see like that many characters gone like so quick
in the snap of the finger, like you said.
Yeah, and then he goes and sits down and see the sunset, kind of like a relief, like I'm done, I did it. Like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Like what's next?
Yeah, what's next? One of the things that I was looking at, I was like, you know what? Like, it's funny. It was Gamora literally spoiled the movie since the beginning.
Yeah.
Gamora, she did say, Thanos, if he collects all those 6 Infinity Stones with the snap of a finger, he can wipe out half of the universe.
Yes.
She literally spoiled the movie all the way at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. And that's exactly how the movie ended. He literally just snapped his finger and he wiped out half of the universe. Mm-hmm. That was insane. I didn't expect him to get all 6 of them in this movie. I did expect it to,
like
maybe he was gonna like 4, and then he was gonna complete the rest next movie. But I guess it did have to end like this. It did have to be with him getting all 6 of them, because the next movie needs to be more of a retribution. Like, how do you fix what happened? Like, how do you kind of come back from this?
You have to get the time stone back, that's for sure.
That's for damn sure. But you know what? Okay, so sorry, we need to get waters because I know we're gonna be talking about that. But the time stone, it's interesting. The time stone. So when they were in Titan, when they're in the planet Titan with Iron Man, the Guardian, some of the Guardians, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, he was doing this crazy freaking thing with his head, Doctor Strange, and he was saying he was looking in through different dimensions and seeing which one of them they win. He looked in through millions, I don't remember what,
like 4 million
millions
something.
of scenarios, and they only ended up winning in one of those scenarios. Mm-hmm. Well, at the beginning, he also did say, hey, you know what, I gotta protect the Eye of Agamotto, the time stone. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna protect it above you, above Spider-Man, the kid, and everyone. That's gonna be my protection. But he gives it up to Thanos. Now I believe there's something to that. There's got to be something to that, and I'm gonna say that he looked into the future, and that's what he had to do for them to win from that scenario. They remember he had one scenario that they were going to win, and I think that scenario that he looked into it, it had him involved into giving Thanos that time stone. Mm-hmm. Because why did he give it to him? His job was to protect that time stone. At the end of the day, he just literally just here. Here he goes. Here you go. And so there is something more to that, which I'm sure we'll find out next movie. If they literally skip over that whole part, then that was stupid.
No, I think at this point they have every movement very, very calculated, because it's gonna be the last movie that we're gonna have for the Avengers, and the
Avengers as we know it. Yeah,
and every movement that they do is very, very careful by them. So what Mike was saying that because I love the part that they didn't hesitate going like from scene to another scene to another scene. Yeah. It was kind of like back to back, because it was so quick that everything was happening. Yeah. Like when Hulk is back to Earth, to give the warnings to Doctor Strange and to Wong and Tony Stark. Yeah. The thing that happens is that after that, the Black Order attacks after, immediately to get the stone from Doctor Strange. Yeah. So they took Doctor Strange with them to space, and that's when Iron Man and Spider-Man goes in space with him, so they trying to protect him. So
Spider-Man gets the Iron Spider suit, which looks cool. It was a really cool suit. I liked it.
Yeah.
What else do you want to add? Because I know we have.
Before I forget, we seen the cameo from Stanley.
Oh yeah, Stanley's cameo. He's a bus driver in Peter Parker's school.
Yes.
So that was fun. Yeah, you're right. That was Stanley's cameo was cool. But dude, you want to talk about the deaths? Or what do you want to talk about?
I want.
You want to keep going in order?
Kinda.
All right. Well, let's kind of go. All right. Let's go a little quick.
Well, they go to space and they're like trying to get the stone and everything, so they don't take the stone from the time stone. So after that, Hulk is the one who stays on Earth, and he makes a call to Captain America. Mm-hmm. So in there, while they're doing that, in the space, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy that they found Thor on the space after they kill Loki and Heimdall. So they wake up Thor, and Thor starts explaining what happens. Then they made a plan to eliminate or stop Thanos from getting the stones. So they split into teams. So they go to is Thor, is Rocket, and is Groot to go make a weapon. And also Gamora, Mantis, Quill, and Drax, they go to nowhere to get their reality stones from the collector. Yeah. And that's when Thanos gets Gamora. And it's so sad. It's so sad because all this time before that happens, Gamora talks to Quill in private, saying like, if Thanos gets me, kill me, because I know something he doesn't know, and if he finds out, he's gonna kill me. And
or not even he's gonna kill me. He's gonna get that stone that he needs. You know, I mean, literally, nobody knew where the Soul Stone was. Only Gamora. So at this point, it's not even he's gonna kill me. It's gonna be like he's gonna literally he's gonna win. Yeah. You know, we need to keep him away from that stone. And I really do like the. So this was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, which was the relationship between Thanos and Gamora. I actually really did enjoy that. I actually really did enjoy the sentimental part of that. And then you add Peter Quill, which is he also has some emotional, involvement into this. Mm-hmm. I thought that was really well done, where they're all using some type of motive, like Gamora is kind of like a motive for a lot of people. Yeah. For Peter Quill to freaking kill Thanos now, and for Thanos, now it's like I literally had to kill who I loved, so I can do what I was supposed to do. Like, he can't give up in his plan anymore. Because he literally gave away something very important to him as well.
Someone he loves. Yeah.
It's do we want to keep going? I thought I had something else.
That part is very, 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 very important, because in that part we seen that in order to get this stone, they had to head to this planet that it
Vormir.
was. Yeah. And in there we see this character coming back that we thought it was dead from
the first Captain America.
Years. Yeah. And I was thinking about that. How does Red Skull is back? And I thought about his dead. Well, when he was dead, wasn't dead, because the stone that he was holding, it was the space.
Yeah, he was holding the Tesseract.
Probably he wasn't killed by the stone, so he was placed into another space. So that makes sense in my head. I don't know, you guys, what you guys think. You guys let me know what you guys think. But like, he was sent to a different space. So this was this planet when the Soul Stone was.
Yeah. So the Soul Stone is in the planet of Vormir, and Red Skull does kind of tell Thanos. He said, "Look, the only way to get the Soul Stone is a soul for a soul. It's got to be somebody that you love, a sacrifice, somebody that you love." And that's where we do see the end of Gamora. Where he throws her off the cliff, and he sacrifices her.
Yeah, poor Gamora. In that part, I was so sad, because I kind of knew it when Thanos started like kind of like little tearing up, and then Gamora starts telling him, kind of like laughing, saying like, all these years you've been wanting to do this and you don't love no one and blah blah blah, and tells him a lot. And he turns back and say like, yeah, I do. And kind of like, it's you, because he's tearing up because he knows he has to sacrifice her in order to get their soul.
Yeah, and so actually one of the things that we didn't realize is that right off the bat he already had the Power Stone, where he wiped out Xander. Like, just he already had the Power Stone already. So when the movie starts, he already had one stone. And then then he gets the Tesseract after that, and then he gets the Time one, and then he gets the soul and stuff like that. But what else do you have in your literally plot of the movie? You literally put all your ideas in a sheet of paper. I don't want to go through the whole movie, so just go over some important stuff.
Well, that time, they are in Earth. They already, the Black Order attack Vision with Scarlet Witch. So they already, Captain America then zooms in and starts helping them. But in order to them to help Vision to don't get killed by Thanos, they made a plan to extract the stone out of him without killing him.
Right.
So they need like advanced technology to do that. So in order to do that, Captain America remembers and says like, I know the right place.
Wakanda
for life.
So you were talking. Okay, so you were talking about the visions, right? Visions.
Yes.
So okay, so the Mind Stone. So one of the things that everybody and their mamas knew was that Vision was going to die. Now I feel like they threw that little thing in there to maybe throw us off and say maybe he doesn't die. Where they said, hey, you know what? If we just extract that stone, there's enough, molecules, nucleons, whatever the hell they were talking about in there for him to maybe survive. So they were already throwing a hint and saying, hey, you know what? F y'all, maybe he can't survive. You know what I mean? So I didn't fall for it. I was like, nah, he's done for. But I think that was maybe a little bit of their way in saying, hey, you know what? We're gonna keep you guessing. Everybody and their mamas be thinking that Vision is dying before they even hit the theaters.
Yes.
We might be making you think otherwise, but go ahead and keep going. Some of the most important things.
Well, they make this plan, so they go ahead to Wakanda when we know that Winter Soldier was there. So they head up to Wakanda. They're starting making the plan to separate the separation of the stone and Vision. So the plan was like, as soon as the stone is out, Scarlet was gonna destroy this stone. So,
that was the plan. Yeah.
So in order to stop Thanos from collecting all the stones and destroy the universe. So, and that is happening while in the space, Thanos, after killing Gamora, he's head off to where Iron Man, Spider-Man, Mantis, and Drax, and all of them
and Titan.
Yeah, so they're trying to battle him, and they get him to the point that Mantis drops on top of him to make him go sleep, and they trying to extract the
glove, the Infinity Gauntlet, I guess.
The gauntlet out of him. Yeah. So, and that moment, Quill is asking, where is Gamora? And also we saw the already this just blank out the name. Gamora's sister.
Nebula.
Nebula.
Like, what are you talking about?
Nebula just saw him, and she knew when she saw the stone on the gauntlet. She said like, she's dead. He killed her. Yeah. He killed her. And then Quill started asking like, no, tell me that she's lying, and he wasn't lying. He tells Quill that he killed Gamora. So out of his rage, Quill punches him.
Kind of ruins the plan.
Yeah, and ruined him when they had the gun.
They literally had him.
Out of it.
They were seconds away.
So he got back to his feet and starts fighting everybody, and until the point that he's about to kill Iron Man, and Doctor Strange just head out the stone to him to stop him from killing.
And at that point, we do get a tease of maybe a Iron Man death, and I heard you were like. You
know, like I was about to tear out. Like, I felt my tears coming down. Like, no.
Yeah, I heard your thing, and I actually, a lot of people in the audience, I heard a lot of people. Like it was like no. Is that how they're gonna kill him? But no, it's not yet. You know, not yet. Maybe next movie. But that isn't how they killed him. So he did get stabbed, and he was able to, I guess, heal. I wouldn't say heal himself. Just kind of patch his wounds, I would think, right? But. Oh man, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Where are we at now? At the point.
So he gets a stone and heads up to Wakanda when everyone is fighting. They already the Black Order is attacking Wakanda to get into Vision.
Yeah.
So in there, everything starts coming like real. Yeah. like this is like the big battle that we saw.
Yeah. Okay, no, it was a lot. It's because it's a lot to take in, and that's and that's the hard part. It's a lot to take in because I already know right now we already missed a lot of important parts from the movie, but it's just so much to take in, and there's just so much video you can possibly do with somebody wanting to watch and I don't think an hour-long video is not what I wanted to do, but there's a lot to say in such a short amount of time that I kind of wanted to do it. But okay, so at this point, I think Thor, Groot and Rocket already have Thor's new hammer, right? Yes. The Stormbreaker or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Stormbreaker hammer. We go back to Earth, right? Battle is there. We get Thor back just kicking ass, man. Just kicking ass, taking names, kicking ass. But again, at this point,
you know what I love when Thor heads up to Earth and everything starts going down. Who says the part like, "Oh, you guys are so screwed." Who says that?
Oh, you're right. Who does say that?
Someone says that. An Avenger says that.
Hulk. Hulk says it. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Hulk says it.
Well, Hulk.
Well, yeah. Like, Bruce Banner.
Bruce was fighting with Hulk.
Actually, that's a good point. We can go ahead and talk about that for a little bit. So the whole story where we do see Hulk at the beginning. Hulk does battle Thanos at the beginning and ends up losing at the beginning. He doesn't get killed, but he ends up losing at the beginning. And that's what Chris was saying in the beginning, where Heimdall just sends Hulk back into Earth so he can send the word. But throughout the movie, Hulk and Bruce Banner had a little back and forth where Hulk didn't want to come out.
No.
And when Bruce Banner needed him the most. Yeah. And Bruce Banner was just like, I'll do it myself at this point when they're in Wakanda doing that big battle. Yeah. I'll do it myself at this point where he is able to do a lot of the things himself, but there's a battle between Hulk and Bruce Banner that we're gonna be seeing throughout this, even the next Avengers next year. But okay, so the battle, what's going on now?
Well, we see in the battle that is right there already. Captain America, Falcon, Black Widow,
almost everybody,
almost Winter Soldier. Yes, the only ones that we don't see are the ones that were in space, like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Mantis,
Captain America. Doctor Strange.
Yes, all of them. They're still
most of the Guardians.
Mantis and Drax.
And Peter Quill.
Yeah. Yes. So the other ones are battling down there with the Black Order. So we see that they create like a distraction because they notice that Scarlet and Vision are not in the battlefield, so they are somewhere else.
Yeah. So
they're trying to create a distraction, so maybe Scarlet gets out of.
You were gonna say Wanda, weren't you? Her name.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay. So she gets out of that place and goes to help the other Avengers. So in that part, what is her name? Proxima Knight. She tells the other guy, okay, she's out here, like get him or something. Yeah. So they head up to get Vision while Wanda is out of there.
Distracted.
Yeah, is distracted. So that's when everybody starts saying like, oh no, Vision is alone, so we have to help him. So that's when everybody's trying to get Vision to rescue him so that he doesn't get killed or captured by the Black Order or Thanos. This has already happened. Some of the Black Order gets killed already, and in there we see that already Thor is there trying to battle help out in there, and we see this really extremely sad part when Vision is asking Scarlet to kill him.
Yeah.
Saying like, this is the only way that we can save the universe. Like, you have to do this. You're the only one who can destroy this. Like, you're the only one who has the power to destroy this.
Yeah.
So we see already Thanos is in Earth, like wiping out like Avengers, like throwing them like nothing. Like,
yeah, at this point, Thanos just needs one more stone to go.
Yes.
So he makes his way to Earth, to Wakanda, knows that Vision is there. He's got the last stone. It's time to get it from him. But, he's wiping out Avengers left and right. And at that point, it's where Vision and Scarlet Witch are having their little moment where it's like, you got to do it. So Scarlet Witch starts extracting the stone. She gets to the point where she's able to destroy the stone and hold Thanos at the same time. And then we all think, cool, she destroyed the stone. It's fine and dandy. Well, Thanos has the time stone. He turns back time a little bit, and then he gets Wanda away from there. He just kind of extracts it straight from Vision, killing him straight up.
Super sad.
And that's it. He has all 6 stones, and we get to the last part of the movie where Gamora spoiled it for all of us, where it says, you know what? Oh, actually, before there, we do get a Thor, and Scarlet Witch trying to battle Thanos one last time. Thor does throw the Stormbreaker hammer to him, getting really good at him. Like he got him really good, and then Thanos says one last thing. He says, "You should have gone for the head."
Yes.
And he snaps his fingers, and half of the universe has been wiped.
He says that, but the funny thing is like that after saying that, also we see that he gets kind of like this vision or his mind place or something when he's doesn't have the
glove,
Yeah, and also he's walking through this part and he sees like a little girl on like far away. When he gets close, he noticed that it's Gamora, but as a kid, and she asked him like, "Can you do it?" And also he said yes, and she said, "At what cost?"
Yeah,
and that's a thing it stayed on my head, and he just like kind of like go back when to Earth when he has the hammer of Thor in his thing, and then we noticed that he's gone. It was kind of like a little damage, and then Thor is saying like, "What did you do? What did you do?" And he snapped and he gets out of there. Like, do you notice that part? Like,
yeah,
it was
I did.
so weird. And then we
there's I think there's more to that. There might be more to that we might have missed. We've only watched it once, and we have all of our thoughts are so jumbled right now.
Yeah, and
it's
then
crazy.
we saw Thanos just walking to this planet and sitting down to see the sunset.
So let's go over the kill list real quick of Thanos. So he does kill Heimdall, Loki, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Falcon, Mantis, Agent Maria Hill, Gamora, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Peter Quill, Drax, Groot, Bucky, and Doctor Strange. We don't know what happened to Ant-Man. We don't know what happened to Hawkeye. We don't know. Well, we know that they're in like witness protection or they're in like house arrest or whatever it is. Yeah. But we don't know if when he wiped half of the universe, if they were part of the wipe. The ones alive, we know it's Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Rhodey, so War Machine, Rocket, Nebula, Hulk, and Nick Fury.
Yes.
Now, there is no way that half of those Avengers or all the people that I enlist are dead. A lot of these guys have a movie coming out. We know Black Panther was a success. He has a movie coming out. Spider-Man has a movie coming out. The Guardians of the Galaxy have a movie coming out. I don't think Peter Quill is dead. Doctor Strange, I don't think he's dead. Bucky, I don't think he's dead because Bucky is signed for 9 movies. He's supposed to be the next Captain America, as rumors have been saying.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be kind of different. Some ones that are dead, as the ones that are just kind of like banished or disappearing.
Okay.
You know? So that's why most of them they're just banished or disappear. The ones that are really completely that we saw that got killed by Thanos is Heimdall, Loki,
Vision,
Gamora.
yeah.
And that's the only ones that I can remember right now.
Those are the only ones that I think for sure might be dead. Gamora is complicated though. She's a big part of the Guardians,
Yes,
but it's complicated. It's complicated because I think that they went as far as to do that with Gamora that I don't think that there's any coming back from there. Like, I think they need to keep her dead. Like, I know there's gonna be characters that have to come back. I get it, but I think they need to keep her dead. Like, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
That was the most complicated death because we know they'll bring back Black Panther. We know they'll bring back Spider-Man, Peter Quill. Don't know about Drax or Groot, but I can see Drax and Groot coming back. They do add a lot to the Guardians. Bucky, I'm sure he's coming back. And Doctor Strange, I'm sure he's coming back. The other ones, we can live without. Falcon, Mantis, Vision, Scarlet Witch, S.H.I.E.L.D., Maria Hill. She was one of the ones that also died.
Heimdall.
Heimdall and Loki. But Gamora is the most complicated one because I think she plays an important part, but I think her death also plays an important part, which is why I don't know what I would do at this point with her. I mean, I guess we'll find out next year what they decide to do, but
yeah, it's complicated.
It's this is where it gets complicated and this is where it gets confusing, but this is okay. I'm thinking two things. Either A, they're going to use a time stone, go back in time. Some of them are going to be alive. Some of them are not. Another thing is, like you said, it's some of them might have gone maybe to a different dimension now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe Spider-Man doesn't exist in this world anymore, but Spider-Man still exists, and he gets to go back to Sony, and he now exists in that universe with the new Venom movies, the new characters that Sony's kind of doing over there.
Yeah.
It might be a way for them. Black Panther may not exist now in this world as we know it. Black Panther might now exist in a different world, in a different, universe setting. I think they can do that. It can get confusing. It can definitely get confusing for people because we know the universe is connected right now. So I'm sure it'll get confusing for the general audience, and it can get confusing for even just people like us. It could get confusing if they decide to bring in different universes and say, okay, the MCU now has been split up. It is not a Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore. And it can happen because there are plans. Like, after this, Marvel has not told us what's next.
No.
We don't know what's next for the universe. Normally, we do. I mean, normally they've spit out a couple of movies. They said, we still have Guardians 3. Black Panther was a success. I cannot see them not doing a Black Panther movie. We're going to get a Captain Marvel movie. But after that, we don't really know much of what their plan is next, which is why it's confusing. And it's like saying, like, okay, so they can go so many ways. Obviously, Spider-Man's going to get a sequel, but that's from Sony. You know what I mean? So it's confusing. It's confusing, but it's good because it's something different. It's something new. It's exciting, but it's confusing.
Yes.
What do you want to add to this confusion?
It's just like, I was just thinking right now that most of the characters that they stayed alive, they're kind of like the beginners of that when we saw movies, that when we start seeing
it's almost the main characters.
Yes.
Almost.
And yeah, it kind of makes sense that when Thanos just snapped his fingers and
half of the universe
wipe out some people, maybe he didn't wipe them out, he just placed them into a different dimension or a different realm or universe, reality, or whatever, so that can happen. That I can completely see that happening, right?
Which, well, that's what I'm going with, because I mean, it's complicated because we don't know their plans. Obviously, right now at this point, we're just speculating of what their future plans is because of the ending of the movie. It just left so much. It left a lot more questions, which I knew what was going to happen. Remember, I told you, I was like, look, we're going to leave this movie. I guarantee you, there's going to be a lot more questions than there's going to be answers, and a lot of the answers are going to come in the second part, or in part 4 of the Avengers, which is, they still don't have a title now at this point. Probably Infinity Gauntlet at this point, maybe, I don't know, whatever the title is, but I was like, we're gonna have a lot more question marks than we are gonna have answers, and that's exactly what we left. We left with Thanos winning. He did what he wanted to do, wipe out half of the universe. He won. That's how the movie ended. Like, there wasn't a happy ending. It's literally, He won. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a happy ending for Avengers 4, but for Avengers, the way Avengers 3 ended, there was no happy ending. He won. So that's why I left a lot of question marks. What happens to some of your favorite characters? You know, Bucky, again, we've mentioned that Bucky's going to be the new Captain America. At least that's been the rumor. Avengers 4, what does that leave Avengers 4? At this point, I'm looking at the names. They gotta split them up. It's gonna have to get split up. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It's hard.
It's hard because it's because I know Iron Man. He's almost done. He wants to start a family with Pepper Potts. That's what they were hinting at, that at starting a family. He's pretty much done. He's either A, gonna die, or B, going to retire and maybe be used as a backup, almost like saying, "Hey, we need Iron Man because we don't think this character is gonna perform as well as we think in the box office. Bring in Iron Man just as a fill-in."
Because at that point they don't know where is Tony, because we saw in the end credit scenes that nobody knew where Tony Stark was.
Yeah, he's still in Titan, the planet Titan. So it's just, it leaves a lot more question marks that we don't have the answers to. We're just speculating. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna speculate with us in the comments, and that's cool because I'm so down to listen to speculations because I'm so freaking confused. But again, it's because they can go the safe way instead of saying, "All right, we got the time stone. Everybody just come back." You know, they could do that. But again, it diminishes the power of Thanos. It diminishes what they wanted to do. But at the same time, it's like, where do you go from here with the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Do you split up the universe now? Do you say half of you guys are in a different realm, or even not even half of you guys? It's like, you're in a different realm, you're in a different realm, you're in a different realm, and then these survivors, the Black Widows, Iron Man's, Captain America, Thor's, Hulks, they're in that realm that we know right now. The MCU that we know right now, that's where they're at. Now it's complicated. It's complicated. But the deaths, it's not gonna happen forever. I know we're going to get another Spider-Man. We're going to get another Black Panther for damn sure. That thing performed crazy at the box office. We're gonna get another Guardians. It's been confirmed with Peter Quill, Drax and all that stuff. Don't know about the whole Gamora situation. So, Doctor Strange, I think we'll get another Doctor Strange. And again, with the whole Bucky situation, he's got a big old contract for like 9 movies. He's gonna be around for a little bit longer. Maybe he'll be Captain America in a different universe. Again, that's how they can make him a Captain America. That's my guess, is where they're not going to bring them back to life in the MCU as we know it. They're going to be back alive in a different realm where these characters exist differently. Maybe it just gets so complicated. You know what I mean? It gets complicated. But again, if they split up different realities, and the crowd, after a 10-year journey, the crowd kind of just, okay, this person belongs to this reality, this person belongs to this reality. I mean, who knows? We can get another Spider-Man in the likes of Miles Morales in another reality. It's confusing. It can get confusing. But again, I'm speculating. That's my guess. I just think that's the way that I feel like that's how they've been planning. They've been planning just to break up the MCU. And that's my. I mean, what do you have to say? I've been just speculating because I have this in my mind.
I just think like maybe going back to Doctor Strange when he says in the order he only saw one like universal or
right
that they won. So maybe in order today to win, they have to make some sacrifices, and maybe he saw the only way that they could win, and it was like this. Like, he gets his own way, but some of them, the ones who say they can defeat Thanos on this. So it is very, very, very complicated. I think we have a bunch of questions. I think I only walked in with one question and left with 10 or 20. So
I agree.
It's just like, my only question in there was like, where is the Soul Stone? And that's it. We know.
We know this also. And then we left with a billion questions. You're right. Now let's wrap this up because our SD card is telling us we only have a couple of minutes left. So let's wrap this up. We do get at the end an end credit scene, completely at the end of the movie. No mid-credit scene, but at the end of the movie where we do see the Agent Maria Hill die, and we do see Nick Fury saying, "What the hell's going on?" He gets out this little beeper-looking thingy,
Yes.
And he calls before everything just goes to hell. He does hit the send
a signal.
Send a signal, and then I was like, I remember I whispered to you, I was like, Captain Marvel. I was like, I knew for sure Captain Marvel, and it shows the little Captain Marvel logo with the colors. It ends there, so we know that Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, will be playing a humongous part in Avengers 4.
Oh yes.
She might be one of the most important things in Avengers 4.
Yeah, we might see Red Skull coming back.
I don't think so. I think we're done with Red Skull.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, you know what? Who knows? I don't know. But I think we're done with him. But we left a lot of questions marks, man. A lot of questions marks. A lot of speculations. Nobody knows the answer. And that's the funny part. Only the heads at Marvel know the answer. The heads at Disney. And that's the funny part. But okay, to wrap it up. I really enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I like movies like this that make me think and maybe leave the theater like what the hell? Like, okay, another movie that I really enjoy and it made me leave the theater like, what the hell? You know where I'm going with this. Inception. That one left me like, what the hell just happened? You know what I mean? Like, it made me wanting more.
Or not?
Yeah, but we're never going to know that answer. That was the crazy part about that movie. This one is we might get some answers in the following movie next year, but it leaves you speculating for a whole year. And if there's anything that I love reading speculations. I love all that stuff because it just gets the mind going. It just makes me just get excited, even if none of the speculations come to be true. Even my speculation is completely bullcrap. I still love talking about it. It's fun. But let's wrap this up. Any final thoughts?
Love the movie. Gotta go watch it again.
Yes, I'm with you. Love the movie. Gotta go watch it again. I need to go watch this again. Quick little rant. If movies are going to be longer than 2 hours and 30 minutes, let's have an intermission because I was pissing my pants. Dude, the end credit scene finished. Lights went on. I was like, all right, everything's over. I booked it to the rush. I left you at the theater. I was like, I went to the rush when I was about to piss my pants. That's my little rant. But that is it for us today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our spoiler review of Avengers Infinity War. This was a really fun movie. We both really enjoyed it. But make sure you check out some of our other videos over there and subscribe to our channel down there. Leave us a comment below. Please, we would love to chat with you guys. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.